That really gives you that fighting chance to get those deals over time and, dominate your competitors. You want to keep these things really simple. You don't want some like really fancy, well done website. Are you a roofing business owner? You don't want dentists hopping on calls with your team. There's 3 simple marketing assets that every business needs to have inside their company that can be implemented practically overnight that's going to help you to bring in more clients, drive more revenue, and make the entire process completely seamless. And in this video today, I'm gonna break down what those 3 marketing assets are and how you can get them set up. So before diving into that, my name's Damon. I am a partner here at Offer Launch. We spend over $7 million a year on ads for our various companies and companies we're partnered with. So we build these marketing assets all day, every day in order to drive clients and drive revenue for our own businesses. So they're very simple. It takes you just a few minutes to set these up. Now we do this at a very high level. We put, tons of blood, sweat, and tears into these marketing assets, but you don't have to. You can set this up and do it in a way that's very, very simple. Number 1, the very first thing you want to have set up is a basic landing page with a video sales letter. So on that video sales letter, you essentially just want a page that you can send potential prospects to that breaks down your services, what those are, what they cost, what value it provides to your target market. You want that simple page that you can just route people to. You got to keep in mind it's 2025 here. It's not like prospects are going to be, calling into a phone number on your website asking for more information. People just don't really do that anymore. What do? They look up your business, they look up the social media, they look up your Instagram page or YouTube. Then on there, they're usually looking at your website. They're looking at the site, the funnel, whatever you want to call it. So inside of all your companies, social media profiles, you want to have this basic landing page to send people to. Now, you want to keep these things really simple. You don't want some like really fancy, well done website. The way we do our funnels is just a simple headline, basic direct benefit headline, the video itself, and then a booking link under it. So in that video, you can do it however you want. You can make this as long, as short as you want. We've tested video sales letters as long as 30 minutes long, as short as about 2 minutes long. But the main thing you want to do is just convey clarity to the prospect in terms of what it is they're getting and why they should move forward with this. Nobody really wants to hop on sales calls. I don't know anyone who likes being sold to. So you want to do a lot of that heavy lifting before then, so it makes those calls easier. That makes it so that prospects just kind of show up, they're ready to go, ready to buy. So keep that page super simple. That's the first thing we want. Now, the second page you want to have, which I just previously mentioned, is a booking page. So you can get a really simple booking page through a platform like Calendly, like Once Hub, just something simple like that. After that video sales letter, you want to route people to that booking page, and you want to have times available where people can hop on the call. Especially if you're selling to more kind of sophisticated people, more wealthy people, a lot of times there's a direct correlation between how much money you have and how busy you are. And, successful people in general, wealthy people generally are not just available all the time. They want to have things on their calendar. They want to have things blocked off so that they can live their life in a more kind of predictable way. So that's why you want to have that booking page in there so that they can block that off. So after they consume your video sales letter, you're going to send them to the booking page link so they can block off the time that works best for them. Now on that booking page, you're also going to want to have some basic kind of qualifications. Within Calendly, if you use that, there is a way to just have a quick questionnaire, like what's your name, what's your email, what's your phone number, and then depending on your services, you can get as crazy with it as you want, or you can disqualify through it. Like for example, for our team, we always use an application that is straight up about just the price. How much does this cost? We don't want people hopping on calls with our sales team if they can't afford it. Most of our products we sell are anywhere from like $15,000 to $35,000. So if someone hops on a call and they have $200 in the bank account, it's just kind of a waste of time for not only them, but also our own team. So we like to financially qualify. You want to have something that's like specific to your industry as well. You know, if you run a marketing agency for roofers, for example, you know, a simple thing you could do is like, are you a roofing business owner? You know, you don't want dentists hopping on calls with your team. You want to make sure it's the right people, they have the capital, and then just basic information too, phone number, email, name, stuff like that. So you have that information to follow up with. This helps to get the right type of people onto calls with your team. That's super key. So once they get to the booking page, they book the call, you got to factor in, a lot of people don't show up to calls. You know, we book a very large amount of sales calls. I'd say we spend about $7 million a year on ads. Our cost per book call usually somewhere in the range of $200 to $300 in that type of range. So we're booking a very significant amount of sales calls for our teams. I would say on average, our show rate on those calls is around 50%. That other 50%, they just kind of no-show. They don't come to the call, they cancel the call, whatever it is. And for us, that wastes a lot of money. It's very costly, not only in terms of time for people who are supposed to be taking those calls, but also opportunity costs in terms of revenue that could be generated. In those cases, you have to account for that fact that a lot of people no-show these calls. And what you really need there is a system for following up with these people. Now, the easiest way to do that is through a basic email list. So we run our email list through Beehive. A lot of people use ActiveCampaign. I don't love ActiveCampaign, to be honest, but it's, you know, it is a cheap, affordable option. But just having a simple, you know, email list that you can follow up with prospects on after it, that's always good to have. So you can do this in a variety of different ways. You know, some people will put the opt-in after the video sales letter. We put our opt-in after the application once they've booked the call. It kind of depends on you in terms of what you're going to, what your goals are, but you want to have that email list that's going to collect prospects' emails, their information, so that way you can just kind of keep following up with them forever and ever. Sales cycles can vary depending on what you're selling, especially if you sell something really expensive. You're looking at a longer sales cycle a lot of times. If you're in their inbox every single day, just hitting them with emails, staying on top of them, doing that better than your competitors, that really gives you that fighting chance to get those deals over time and, you know, dominate your competitors. So that's it for today's video here. If you don't have those three things, a simple landing page with a video sales letter, a calendar booking link, and also an email list, then I highly recommend getting those set up today. It honestly takes like 10 minutes. You know, you can Google it. It's super simple how you do the tech setup. Just got to film a quick video and piece a couple things together, but very easy to do. So highly recommend doing those now because you are probably missing out on a ton of clients, a lot of potential revenue. If this video is helpful for you, definitely click that link below and subscribe now. We'll be putting out a lot more content like this over the coming months. And if you have a company that's up and running, you're looking for some help scaling it, click that link below. That's a link to our website. You'll actually see our own process for our video sales letter, our booking link, our email list in there, and then also an opportunity to work with our team.